We human beings are deeply attached to people, money, and success, and this attachment creates much suffering in life. Osho and Jiddu Krishnamurti both tried to show us why attachment arises and how it steals our freedom and intelligence. To understand this, we must first see what attachment really is. Attachment means clinging to someone or something, hoping that it will give us security, love, or a sense of meaning. We become dependent on people, on possessions, and on achievements because we feel incomplete inside. The mind says, if I have this person, I will not feel lonely. If I have money, I will not feel insecure. If I achieve success, I will not feel small. This inner emptiness becomes the ground on which attachment grows. Both Osho and Krishnamurti point out that we attach because we are afraid to face ourselves as we are. Empty, lonely, insecure. Instead of seeing this truth directly, we try to escape from it by holding on to something outside. When it comes to people, our attachment is mostly mistaken for love. We say, I love this person, I cannot live without them. But if we look carefully, most of the time it is not love but dependence. Krishnamurti often asked, can love exist where there is attachment? He explained that love means freedom, while attachment means fear of losing. If I say I love someone but I'm constantly afraid they might leave me, or I try to control them, or I suffer when they do not behave as I want, then it is not love. It is clinging. We attach to people because we are lonely, and through them we want to escape our loneliness. Osho said that when two lonely people come together, they only create a deeper loneliness, because both are using each other as a crutch. True love, he said, comes when you are whole within yourself. Then you do not depend on the other, you share. But as long as we are not whole, attachment to people will remain. And with attachment comes jealousy, fear, and pain. Money is another strong object of attachment. Why do we get attached to money? Because money gives us a sense of security and power. The mind feels that if I have enough money, I am safe, I am respected, I can buy comfort, I can avoid suffering. But the truth is, no matter how much money we have, the fear of losing it remains. We are never satisfied. Krishnamurti once said, the more you have, the more you are afraid to lose. This fear keeps the mind restless. Osho also reminded people that money can fulfill physical needs, but it cannot give inner peace. You can buy a comfortable bed with money, but you cannot buy sleep. You can buy medicine, but you cannot buy health. You can buy a house, but you cannot buy love. Yet our mind projects onto money the hope that it will end our insecurity. Because of this projection, we become attached to it, and in this attachment we lose our ability to live simply and joyfully. We run after money and forget life itself. Money becomes not just a means but an end, and we sacrifice our freedom for it. Success is another form of attachment. From childhood, society teaches us that we must become somebody, successful, famous, powerful. We are conditioned to compare ourselves with others, to compete, to climb higher. This conditioning creates a strong desire for success, and when we achieve something, we feel we are somebody. But this feeling is temporary. Soon the fear of failure comes back, and we are restless again. Krishnamurti said that the desire for success is born from comparison, and comparison is violence. When you compare yourself to another, you create inner conflict. You either feel superior or inferior, but in both cases there is no peace. Osho also spoke about success as an ego trip. He said that success is nothing but the ego's need to prove itself. The ego always wants recognition, applause, respect, and when it gets it, it feels satisfied for a moment. But like a hungry ghost, it asks for more and more. In this endless race for success, we become slaves to ambition. We forget to live in the present. We become attached to our achievements and afraid of losing them, and this fear destroys the joy of life. If we observe carefully, we will see that attachment to people, money, and success has the same root, fear and emptiness inside. We are afraid to be nothing, so we want to be something through people, possessions, or achievements. Krishnamurti said that the beginning of freedom is to see this fact without escaping. Can we simply observe our attachments without condemning them or justifying them? Can we see that they arise from fear and insecurity? The very seeing begins to bring freedom. Osho, too, said that awareness is the key. If you can bring awareness to your attachment, you will see how it makes you dependent, how it brings misery, and in that seeing, the grip of attachment loosens naturally. You do not have to force yourself to renounce people, money, or success. You only have to see the falseness of attachment, and then you can relate to people with love, use money as a tool, and work with joy without being a slave to success. To live without attachment does not mean to live without relationships, without comfort, or without work. It means to live without clinging. You can love deeply, but without possessiveness. You can use money wisely, but without fear or greed. You can work passionately, but without the obsession to prove yourself. This balance comes only through understanding. Osho said, "Live in the world, but don't let the world live in you." Krishnamurti said, "To live without attachment is to live with great compassion, with great intelligence." Both point to the same truth. Attachment is bondage. Awareness is freedom. When you are free from attachment, you relate to life freshly, with love, joy, and clarity.